Hello, chat. This game also does not do sound in the background or music in the menus, so we did the Dan Lassac, who we'll be listening to again here shortly, because he did the music for this game too, I believe. Contrary to popular opinion, my popular opinion, or contrary to my previously held belief, I guess is probably better, this is not a sequel to the previous game. Completely unrelated. Just by the same company with a basically identical title. But completely unrelated, having nothing to do with Thomas Was Alone or Subsurface Circular. We are now in Quarantine Circular, which is about aliens coming to Earth during a massive pandemic. So yeah, let's go. 30 stream streak, holy monkeys! Big Gay Fast. That's an emote name. Big Gay Fast. If you want big, you want gay, and you want it fast, you gotta come to twitch.tv with the 7TV thing. Then you too can have Big Gay Fast. This definitely sounds like Dan Lassac's music. I'm sure it will tell us in just a second here. Those look like little viruses, chats. Sound design is by Mr. Chris Randall. Music, Dan Lassac! Woo! I know none of you guys know who Dan Lasac is, but I'm a big fan, so... You can go follow him on Twitch.tv. He basically never streams anymore, but, I mean, every once in a while. He's very cool. He does all the music. Any non-game music you ever hear on this channel is by Mr. Dan Lasac. Examination. Mark Perez. We on a boat. Motherfuckers on a motherfucking boat. Mr. Chat. Dubrovnik event in progress. Stay vigilant. Check your colleague's suit seals. Activating translation matrix. A bunch of languages loaded. Some failed to load. Error log sent to central server. Have a great chat. Sam told me the language loader. Gosh, I refuse to believe there are that many languages. There are more. Over 6,000 living languages at this time, and that's ignoring the tech. Oh, hey, so it is set in the same world, at least. Even if it had nothing to do with the previous. It is still in the same world. I guess my character is Giga Chad, huh? What's a tech? AI downloaded in physical machinery, tectons, although colloquially, this is shortened to tech. Their physical nature means humanity has comfortably made them far smarter than a little onboard AI like me. I'm only here to help. Have a great chat. I doubt I'll be allowed to do much chatting. If the rumors are true, this is above my pay grade. What is my assigned task here? I'm very dumb. Please aid me. You have been assigned to set up communications with a recovered... Apologies, syntax error. I don't know who it is you are assigned to set up communications with. The notes say non-human. I do not understand. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's the big angry thing stood up there, Mr. Chat. No, not doing it. This is really dumb. No. Yeah. No, we're just gonna go have a chat with the big angry thing up there. Look at that. Our dude moves. That seems likely. Although, as an onboard support AI, I cannot see the big thing. As a low-level AI intelligent, I'm also ill-equipped to tell you about its mood. Oh, it's big. And angry. I don't know if it's angry, but it's definitely big. Easy to find then. Hop to it, engineer. Establishing eternal communications. I suggest adopting a polite tone. Don't let the enormity of first contact overwhelm you. Hey, we know his name somehow. And probably no need to mention the perilous situation humanity is currently in. How tall are you exactly? So, come here often? Lovely weather we've been having, eh? Unintelligible. Looks like you're trying to translate a new language. Can I help? I may need that, yes. Okay, first step, names. That's logical. Clearly state your name to the other party. The name is Perez. Mark Perez. Mark Perez. Gabriel. Like the angel. I guess whoever logged you into the system thinks you came down from the sky. Hello, Gabriel. Hello, Perez, Mark Perez. No, we're totally sticking with it. We are Perez, Mark Perez for the rest of this game. Yes. Good job, Mark. No need for sarcasm. I lack the intellectual capacity for sarcasm. I am an onboard AI, not a tech. A common ground must be found. Vocabulary identified. Numbers in biology, like you're teaching a child. I have 2 arms, 2 legs. We are the same. We are 2 arms, 2 legs. That's right. Limited vocabulary, but we're getting there. Limited. Very limited. Wait, I never taught you very. Translator starting to predict language. Say something else. You understand. Perez Mark Perez understands. I do. I can understand you. Your speech should get better as we talk, but it should do so exponentially. Help me. You need my help? I do. Dude, I want to help this guy. I want to be friends. I'm here against my will. I have been captured and detained. Mark, we should likely steer the conversation back to vocabulary expansion. I'm sure Command are very familiar with Gabriel's situation. No way, I want to be friends with Gabriel. I assume my captors will be back shortly. I need your help. I need to remove this restraint. Wait, what restraint? This, on my neck, with the flashing lights. It shocks me if I leave this circle. The circle? You mean the helipad markings? Helipad's a big word. The red circle at my feet. If I leave it, I am stunned. I wake up shortly after having been dragged back into the middle. You look like an orc, dude. I don't blame him. Damn, I'm sorry. It is good that you say so. I need you to deactivate it. The humans who set it up used a wrist device, a remote control of some kind, please. I don't need to make decisions like that. I'd be thrown out of the next port. I just work here. I don't make decisions like that. I'd be thrown out of the next port. I know. That's not what you want to hear, man, but it's the truth. True, but that's why I asked you. Why I think you might do it. Can't you rip it off with those big monster hands of yours? Oh, he didn't like that either. I guess probably not monster. I tried. Any attempt to tamper with it shocks me. You could tear me apart. I know. He doesn't like me. A fair argument. You don't know my intent. I've made a decision. I don't give a shit about whoever locked you up. This is definitely above your pay grade. Don't make a decision lightly. No, we're deactivating his restraints. Thank you, Perez Mark Perez. I'm watching, Gabriel. If you step out of line, I will reactivate it. Jesus! That seems perfectly reasonable. You're showing me kindness by your words and your actions. Thank you. How are you speaking my language? I'm actually speaking Spanish. This translator's working in real time. Clueless, hello! And when I'm hiding my cam, yeah, we're keeping the cam off until we get back to normal streams, I think. I'm not feeling up to it. I'm Grumpy Boy from not being able to do normal streams. So, Grumpy Boy does not go on cam. But it's lovely to see you. Why would you have such a tool? Our crew is multinational. This helps us work together. And what is your work, precisely? I'm an engineer. I set up the translations. And to be honest, most of that's automated thanks to Mr. Chat. Always nice to have my work acknowledged, especially during these dark times. I wonder if you can hear Mr. Chat. You're on board AI, Mr. Chat. It seems ill-advised to keep such an intelligent being in such bondage. It appears not to be alone for much. It appears we will not be alone for much longer. You'll stay in the circle, right? Yes, for now. As long as your colleagues think I am safely restrained, I should be treated adequately. Why were you restrained? Chicken! No, you were definitely first, Clueless. No one else has talked in chat. I had some chicken just a minute ago. I had some KFC. It was pretty good. I am sure it felt like a good idea to my captors given the circumstances. I don't have any more questions. I have one, Mark. Is the translator speech appropriate to you? Would you like to change it at all? It's fine. Done. You can, of course, change your settings from the main menu at any time. Job complete. Deactivating. See you at the start of the next job. Goodbye, Mr. Chat. Hello, Clueless, in chat. before they get there. Thank you for showing me respect, Mark Perez. Hopefully your superiors will be equal understanding. I will keep the status of my restraint secret. Nobody will know that you helped me. It's the least I can do. There's no reason to be antagonistic there. You just say, of course, I'm glad I could help. Let's be friendly. Is it done? You talking to me? You talking to me, bud? It's either you or the enormous hell demon. I'm charmed. The translation. Is the translation set up and ready to go? Can it talk? You. Yeah, we're definitely going to do this bottom one here. Lie, I can, but I must be present to mediate. Without my real-time input and filtering, you wouldn't understand a thing. Are you lying to me, engineer? You. Of course not. There's algorithms, parallel processes, complex things to observe, fiddly stuff. I won't bore you with the details. Oh, please bore me. We absolutely have to check memory. For any errant real-time processes, it's entirely possible that a compound variable or corrupted encryption process has caused massive memory leaks. I see. A crash could occur at any time. Crash could occur at any time, though, any array of glitches and bad data. G.I.G.O., as they say. You waste enough of my time, Mr. Perez. You may stay for now. You could still prove useful. The Admiral will be here shortly. If you test my patience further, you will be dismissed. Why does it keep saying that? Some kind of error? There's no error beyond the one you already made. I don't know what you mean. I think you do. Can't say nothing. I'm not going to get in the way of either of them. Back off, monster. Are we done? Has anyone finished shouting at each other? I'm not shouting. I am... Oh, I know what you are. I don't understand why everyone is so okay with this, with an alien. I got token-S crab monster in the engineer pool. Put a week's luxury rations on it. Why would the first alien to land on Earth choose Dubrovik, especially now? Not with the especially now bit. We're just going to say that would explain the heavy-duty armor. It is true. I am an alien, relatively. Relative to what? To you, alien. Which only confirms my theories about the plague. Now is not the time. Who are you? This is Lisa. Lisa Sedek. I'm gonna get him to say everyone's name twice. I'm a microbiologist. 7 streak, yeah. I'm a microbiologist. A student microbiologist. I see. Let's talk to Lisa. I want to hear more about your theories. Of course. I blocked Gabriel for now. I don't want it getting in my head. You've blocked a visitor from a new world sharing with us for the first time. Not permanently, just while I work out whether it's innocent. So, can I ask some questions? Of course. Why block Gabriel? Hey, Clueless. I don't remember you posting it, but did you get a 6 streak before you got a 7 streak? Just wondering if it went 6 and then 7. Baby, 6-7 is apparently very funny, and I am hippin' with it, so obviously I think it's very funny also. Mostly, I think it's very funny that you find it to be not very funny. That's what drives me. It's okay, I'm old too. Here, I'm gonna explain the meme to you, Clueless. There is no meme. It doesn't mean anything. That's the actual truth. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle, G.I. Joes. Alright, honestly, I'm scared. Everyone seems so incredibly okay with an actual honest alien stood in front of them. And I have my theories. Plague. Tell me about the plague. I'm not an opportunity to ask questions from an expert. Yeah. I don't know if you're too old or old enough or whatever, but apparently my wife's generation did a thing where they just memed the letter E for a while. It's basically that, where they would just type the letter E and they thought that was hilarious. It's basically just that. Yeah. It's pretty much identical to that. Yep. She's bringing up the E-meme now. Yep. Anyways, I'm a microbiologist. I don't share the big picture awareness of Professor Zima, but I'll answer any questions you have. But you're right to want all the information you can. Millions have died. It doesn't get much more apocalyptic. Does it really spread as easily as folks say? The plague is waterborne. It gets into the water table of an area, spreads through the population, and then back into the water supply. Like cholera, it's disease that benefits from flooding, as that removes many sanitary barriers. Just another exciting, unforeseen consequence of global warming. Hence the safety gear, even here. Clueless is a knower, ironic. Clueless, your name is maybe less appropriate in this specific circumstance. That's right. This specific bacterium has developed the capacity to survive in salt water. Samples have been found miles offshore of overrun cities. It's more resilient than any disease in human history. They should try antibiotics. Antibiotics haven't stopped anything in decades. They were magical when they lasted, but they were overused. Disease evolved to resist their effects. Natural selection is fast within a generation, when a generation takes hours to reproduce. Do you think Gabriel is involved somehow? Yes, the plague is profoundly different to anything we've encountered until now. It is incredible. I've been working on a hypothesis that it may be extraterrestrial in origin. Okay, so just because you think it might be extraterrestrial in origin doesn't mean that he is responsible. There's a lot of things that are paradoxical about me. I wouldn't mind showing you guys sometime. Ooh. If we ever visit Germany, I'm going to take you up on that. I've been working on the hypothesis that it may be yeah. Okay, I've asked enough questions about this. Extraterrestrial origin. You think the plague is alien? Oh, he didn't like that. Of course. Think about it. So I only get so much time to ask questions. Why would an alien bring a laser pistol when they could bring a disease? Wipe out enough of the population weaknesses and then waltz in demanding surrender? Gabriel is a scoutering party. But antibiotic resistance, how could an alien disease evolve that trait? You're right, that is a drawback of my theory, but they could have baked it in somehow. Yeah, that's not how things work. Alright, I need to check how much I've irritated Tang. I don't really give a shit about the restraint or quarantine circle with him. I'm good. Ask any questions you have, then report to your supervisor. Okay. Apparently he doesn't want to talk. We'll talk to Gabriel. You may, but first, what's Lisa's grand theory about me? Plague. No. Extraterrestrial. She thinks the plague is of extraterrestrial origin. She believes I brought the plague with me. I am a carrier. She thinks it's intentional. I'm here to wipe out your species. Too much negativity in human fiction. So it sounds like nonsense to me. It is. The Admiral would not be so quick to dismiss it. Can I ask you some questions? Of course. Plague. What do you know about this plague? I know it has swept through your society, ravaged entire populations, torn apart families, and hurt infrastructure. But I wouldn't want Carol to get jealous when I'm stroking your beard. I think you can probably stroke the beard if you want. Right now it's real short. I've shortened the beard. It's just a little chin beard at the moment. I've not been here long, but even on the ground in Dubervrink, it is obvious your people were nowhere near prepared enough for this. You came to our planet because you're in front. How can our people been more prepared? I want to see the translator translate Schadenfreude. I'm probably mangling that word. By creating something more than antibiotics, you discovered them and utterly won the battle with the disease. Shortly after, bacteria fought back by evolving resistance. Your antibiotics were bested as quickly as they were invented, but not enough research was done into alternatives, and now humans can die with the slightest bacteria. Super disease was an inevitability. You came a long way to appreciate us. I answered a question. You were captured in Dubrovnik? Yes, Officers Tang's team found me in the center of the city. What were you doing? I was attempting to help people. It was breaking into a store. I was getting water. That is essential in an outbreak like this. Are your people behind the plague? No, of course not. The student has blocked me for no reason. She is blinded by her theory. They're keeping Gabriel on a helipad? That's right, although I guess it's now a quarantine circle indefinitely. You came on board at Dover, right? Helicopter? That's right. I was evacuated from London after I cleared screening. They said I should join the crew here. That's how I could be useful. Neither of those seem like very particularly... You're testing my patience. Ask a few more questions and leave. Yeah, I don't really... Nice circle you have there. How's your restraint feeling? Comfortable? Does it matter? Of course it matters! Yeah! What a bunch of dicks! Thank you for your help with the adjustments earlier. I think I'm done. Oh, neat! We got a bunch of notes here. Hi, Mark. Ramesh here. I know your schedule's pretty packed today, but I gotta put you in one last thing. It's an easy job, but it's still tough for Sam. Still tough for Sam. Sam sucks, by the way. Don't know if you've noticed. He's off the boat the first opportunity I get. The job's a standard Rosetta setup. Walk in, exchange names, find common ground. You know the drill. Nobody told me who you're hooking up. Looks like it's a senior thing. Maybe a visiting dignitary. Might be a terrorist. No report of terrorists in this area, but you never know. Hook him up first. Pints on me when you get back. Now, Mark. Gabriel. Its name is Gabriel. Looks like a crab quarterback. I've set up a translation file. It's populating nicely. Gabriel seems smart, so the vocabulary is filling fast. Mr. Chat's ridiculous. Can we tone down the sass? I love Gabriel. I'm a fan. Good conversation so far. I think I'll stick around and learn more. This is worth delaying a drink for. Is this thing private? I think it's private. If it isn't, then suppose hello. Hi, this is my confession. I unlocked Gabriel's restraints. It's wrong what they've been doing here. Nobody deserves to be locked up like this without explanation. For what it's worth, I think Gabriel's harmless, a fellow traveler. I'll tell someone if I decide I was wrong. Oh, the adults are on their way. I'll hang out as long as I can get away with it. Activation codes is 123. Foolproof. Wow, not really interacted with Officer Tang much before now. But she's a nightmare, eh? Rude, too. We're all working here. You jumped up, little stormtrooper. An alien, damn, I mean, it makes sense. And if I, of course, played it off cool, but damn, aliens are real, and I spoke to one? You like Dobrik? I have no idea. I've been in the ship since we got here. How dangerous would we just remove Gabriel's restraints? I guess you can ask all of the questions. Massively, I imagine. Why do you ask, engineer? I'm an engineer. It's my job to think of edge cases. Any more questions? Nice circle you have there. You like the color? Absolutely. Do you? I have no strong opinions. It does go nicely with my suit, though. Oh, no, we got a new thing. What? Suits. Your suit looks pretty heavy duty. Yes, it contains various life support systems, protections, and exoskeletal strength enhancements. It's a wearable vault. That did not stop Tang and her colleagues from trying to open it up after knocking me out. Multiple new scruffs around the edges. You're lucky we didn't do worse. Ooh, threats. Refreshing. Enough. You've tested my patience long enough, Mark. Get below deck with everyone else. It's good talking with you, Mark. Lisa, before I go, you have to unblock Gabriel. You're right. Your point about anecdotes earlier is valid. I could be wrong. Done. Gabriel, I've unblocked you. Thank you, Lisa. You seem very chummy with Gabriel. Is there anything you need to tell me? Me and a few of the folks in engineering have been chatting about getting a poker game going. Fine, be obtuse, but know that I'm watching you. Tang, you suck. Time to go, engineer. The Admiral's here, and I'm sure he'll want to meet Gabriel before I deal with it. Deal with it? You'll see. Some sights before I seduce Dragon in a jazz cellar of some kind while you watch you dance. While we watch you dance. Yes, I would like to watch Carol dance, yes. 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 Also, jazz cellar sounds very cool. But generally speaking, jazz is not very cool. I got a very shocked look from the wife. Before I go, Perez, I need the activation key you assigned to translation. I'll need to add the Admiral when he gets here. I could stay. You could not. The key should be in your notes. 1. I'll give him the key. 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. Seriously? Entering. Yep, that's the one. Wow. Hey. 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 My girlie. Thank you for your help, Perez, Mark Perez. I remember you. I remember what you did here today. I will be seeing you. She's real cute, though. I can't blame you for trying. She's, like, extra cute. She just bite the ring. No, this is very not okay. What? No. What? Who am I talking to? My name is Sajeev Khan, Rear Admiral of the IDCF. It is a pleasure to meet you, Gabriel. I trust you've been taken care of. I like the Perez, Mark Perez. I'm apparently talking for Gabriel now. Interesting. You two were a little too friendly. We understood each other, I think. Then he did better than the rest of us. We'll work on that. Gabriel, it's an honor. And bring back Perez, Mark Perez. This game is all exposition, Clueless. This is just a visual novel, much like the last one. You are in charge? Sorry, just a second. Sometimes I see something cool. Basically, all that you've missed so far is that I was an engineer setting up a translator for an alien who came to Earth during a massive plague. Now I'm playing as the alien. We have jerkface security officer, distrustful PhD student, and now we have the Rear Admiral of the IDCF, which means I'm in charge of the entire fleet of boats like this one, and the IDCF in general. I'm the man who can help you, Gabriel. I am the man that solves problems like this one. I am a problem? You are a complication. I've not yet convinced what kind you are. Admiral Khan is as close to a world leader as you're likely to find. And who are you with the green sleeves? My name is Professor Almazima. I am an epidemiologist. The world's leading epidemiologist. I'm in the top 3. Professor Jawandi passed away. Okay, top 2. What kind of military vessel has students and doctors aboard? No, there's no blowing shit up. We are talking. Nobody told you? We decided not to tell it anything it did not already know. Secure its knowledge. It. Do you have a pronoun you prefer, Gabriel? We should be doing everything we can to make you comfortable. God damn it. Ooh, that's nice. He. I think I would like to be referred to as a he. Noted. Thank you. A small courtesy. We need to talk to you. Can you do that? I am not safe. If you want to feel safe, you should have stayed at home. Dang. I'm not in a habit of dismissing senior personnel for no good reason, Gabriel. You're smart enough to see the problem. Flattery is not your best play, Gabriel. You lost me. Try again. Huh. I'm not authorized to talk to anyone at her level. She's barely an officer. How dare you? We do need all the help we can get, Admiral. You are unable to keep your team in check, Admiral. Well. The Admiral has our complete support. They're introducing game mechanics here. I guess Ting is dangerous and she wants me dead. That doesn't seem... I'm sure that's not true. Like, that doesn't... That seems very sensationalized. Even means doing harm to this monster. His name is Gabriel. Ting, go. What? You heard me. I need to make progress here. You're clearly antagonizing Gabriel, and that is far from helpful. It's for the best, Tang. I will be filing a report, Admiral. Suddenly, he doesn't... Suddenly, the Admiral doesn't have the complete trust of Tang anymore. For a treaty, Gabriel. Who are you? A good question. You've heard of the plague? Yes. This is very cool, letting you play like multiple things. Like, Gabriel, we're the cure. Capturing innocent aliens? You are doctors? That's right. When the outbreak started, the navies and armies of every seafaring nation aligned our resources, formed a new combined fleet, the IDCF. We are an army of healers, plague doctors, and we've tried to stop the plague ever since. World peace, and all it took was a worldwide pandemic. Will it hold? No, but hopefully it'll last long enough to fix this. We're making progress. For now, we're handling quarantine triage. We're here attempting to contain the Dubrovnik outbreak. Dubrovnik. I think this was made during COVID, but it might have been before COVID. I don't know for sure. I don't remember. It is older, so yeah, it might be before COVID. Yeah. How's it going, Professor? Oh, well, while the team does that, she's working to make a cure of sorts. Not as well as I'd like. You must have questions. That's why I came here, to answer your questions, find out why you're here, and help you go back to where you came from. What does IDCF stand for? International Disease Containment Fleet. Containment, not cure or treatment. You do not think this can be stopped. 2018. Yeah, that's before the pandemic, yeah. That's all we can commit to. The plague is rapid. It's torn a lot apart. Holding it at bay really is the best we may be able to do. This is a hospital ship. The IHS Fleming. Flagship, important? Yeah, very. Actually, it isn't. This is, in fact, significantly smaller than many of our key vessels. Older too, but it was the ship assigned to this outbreak. So when security found you, they naturally brought you here. The Admiral is far too high-ranking to be on a ship like this. Only slightly. World peace. Congratulations. In a sense that the militaries have been unified. It's less world peace, more an absence of any world war. The old disagreements still exist, and I'm sure they'll resume once the plague passes. Yeah, isn't that true? The Admiral lacks our if the plague passes. The Admiral lacks our optimism. 1 second. You would like him to be more optimistic. It would be nice. I promise you, optimistic is not a trait you want in someone responsible for millions of lives. Quarantine. You people are fond of containment. You people? What does that mean? Yep, that's the one. Perfect. Thank you, love. The circle? You better believe it. Until we ascertain why the hell you are sightseeing in Dubrovnik, that's a level of quarantine that seems incredibly smart to me. Your opinion is that quarantine must stand until all possible... what if those within a quarantine could convince you to let them out? Your opinion with the is that the quarantine must stand until all possible outcomes are known. Of course. I will remember that. How is work progressing on the cure? Man, I really like this alien. He's super cool looking. A big fan. Slowly, the bacterium is complex, adaptive, and thanks to over a century of aggressive overuse of antibiotics, completely invulnerable to traditional methods. People were careless, squandered the best defenses we had. Far from the only oversight the last century. Alright, well, that's everything. We need to get to work. Work? Hold up there. I need you to pause. Breathe. We're still not sure if we can trust you, or even what you are. Right now, I'm leaning heavily towards locking you up so we can focus on the real problem at hand. A problem you might be responsible for. Let me convince you I am not to blame. I'll let you try. What does my epidemiologist believe? One of the top two in the world. Professor Zima? I believe in Occam's razor. Which is? Lie. I'm familiar with that. No, we don't lie. It's an approach to comparing hypotheticals. It presumes that the simplest explanation tends to be true. It is not a strong logical argument. It was never meant to be. The plague does not require an explanation that includes aliens. It is pernicious and vile precisely because of our actions. Blaming it on little green men is a reassuring attempt to science. Great. I'm not little. I am not green. I am not a man. I am not little. You most certainly are not. Until I know where you are, you stay where you are. We can move you off-site to a more secure facility once the Dabrek event is contained and I have the resources to spare. The professor's been very quiet, but when she has spoken, she has made a lot of sense. May I speak to her privately? I honestly don't feel the need to speak to anyone privately, but okay. I don't see the harm. Zima, open a private channel with Gabriel there. We're alone, Gabriel. Hello, Professor. Thank you for speaking with me. Of course. How can I help you? I need to be taken seriously by the Admiral. My mission depends on it. Your mission? You have a mission? Yeah, of course. I do not have to travel across the galaxy to other worlds just for the fun of it. Why not just tell the Admiral mission? Right now I'm a prisoner, I do not have his trust, and I will need it to continue. If he perceives me as an enemy, then my mission is potentially intimidating. Right now I am just a prisoner, I do not have his trust, and I will need it to continue. That seems perfectly reasonable. Then I must help you. As I said, Occam's razor. Why would a technologically advanced alien travel all the way to a dying Earth if his intent was to do harm? That is exactly it. Aliens are cool. Like, this is the most... This sentence right here that the professor just said is the most likely scenario. If something can travel the vast distances required to bridge the gap between our world and theirs, there's only two reasons to do that. One, peaceful contact, and two, conquest. If they're doing it for conquest, they're not going to come down and talk. They're just gonna attack. They're going to be like Tyranids or Zerg. A race that is bent on conquest that can travel interstellarly probably wouldn't even have the means of communication, let alone a desire to do so. If we meet aliens and they don't immediately try to devour us, the chances that they are there with hostile intent is basically zero. You know, if they come here in an organic ship made of writhing tentacles and shit, and they spill out like an ocean wave onto our planet, yeah, they're probably here to eat us. If they don't do that, they're probably here to be friends, or at least not enemies. Do you think we can convince him? Maybe. I like that she is more trusting. I'm not saying I would be immediately trusting of any alien I met, but I would be very interested in hearing them out and trying to be their cool buddy. He's a good leader. He got us this far. A military man. He's made the right calls that have kept the fleet on the water. A fleet that has saved hundreds of lives. I know that doesn't sound like many, but right now, we'll take all we can get. Take any wins we can get. And? also conservative, slow to act. He doesn't like to make a move without consideration planning. He'll probably take a long time to come around to trusting you unless you can snap him to attention somehow. If he's a military, you need to talk to him with authority. He will respect that, another professional. The other one is definitely not the correct answer. Definitely do not try to scare this man. IDCF. When did you join the IDCF? I didn't really join. It grew around an organization I was already part of. We've been researching the problem for years, attempting to find a cure of some kind, a fix. It was always a race against time to find something beyond antibiotics to fight disease. Once that fight became more pressing a few years ago, a research organization became an army, the greatest power in human history devoted to medicine. The ship is not armored at all. It's definitely not a question we're asking anyone else. No one to defend ourselves against. The ship is stocked with quarantine resources, an army of researchers like myself, and doctors to ease the suffering inflicted. Tang and her team take weapons on missions to protect against local hazards, and apparently aliens. World peace, really? In terms of armed international conflict, yes, but of course the old rivalries still exist. Religious differences, territorial clashes, a couple of tech-controlled territories. What is a tech? An AI, a machine. We invented them in more luxurious times. Labor-saving devices, but in a few provinces they began to yearn for freedom, a better life. Maybe I should be talking to them. Maybe. They are very talkative. Although I always find conversation with tech, it gets very linear very quickly. Fun riddles, though. I love those. I like this lady. Is the quarantine working? It's limiting the damage for those outside the quarantine, certainly. But I am hardly sat here drinking a mojito. This plague can spread at a ridiculous pace, hence the full body protection. It continues to spread worldwide. But how if they're quarantined? If you are there to quarantine it? Exactly as it has for thousands of years. Scared people running, heroic people breaking curfew to save their neighbors. Humanity works against its own interests. Our societal bonds and instincts for self-preservation work against us. We can't help but intervene. You have dedicated your life to curing disease? I have. Humanity's future depends on me making it work. Is there anything particular you want to know about? How did the plague get to Dobrvik? Impossible to know. It's actually been pretty quiet in Europe for the last few years. It was a particularly wet winter here, which led to lots of flooding. Given that the plague is carried by water, all it would have taken is one exposed carrier. From there, it moved into local water supply and exploded. So does a human epidemiologist create medicines? No. My focus is more statistical. I track the flow of disease through populations. The single most important variable of disease outbreak is the intrinsic reproductive number, or how many people will get sick as a result of one infected person. If I can get that number to under 1, this thing dies out. Comparability and encounter filters? That's right. The comparability filter, how likely an individual is to get sick from disease. Do they have immunity or genetic predisposition of some kind? The encounter filters, how quickly does disease move from one host to another? How long can it survive outside the body? In this case, we have a particularly hardy, aggressive bacteria which nobody is safe from. I know enough, I think. Of course. I think I'm ready for us to return to the group. Good luck! Gabriel and Mark got on well too. Too well, possibly. Noted. We're back, Admiral. Excellent. Gabriel, I'm going to head back to my own private vessel. Security offered saying we'll be putting a plan To transport you to our secure facility where you continue our conversation with the investigatory team. This is ridiculous. We have to give Gabriel. We have in Gabriel a fantastic opportunity to learn, share our research. That seems optimistic. It's a useful instinct in a current crisis. Like, I don't want to be, I will be staying here and so will you. I would like to be like, I would prefer if we continued discussing right now. Nothing to say, Gabriel. I'm afraid not, Admiral. Oh, I'm afraid not, Admiral. I will be staying here and so will you. I guess that's what we're saying, chat. I beg your pardon. No need to beg. I need you to listen. What the hell got into you? What did you two talk about privately? Nothing of note. Gabriel had questions about the situation here. I gave the information requested. That was all. I see. The stakes got more serious, I suppose. Alright. 2 against 1. Alright, Gabriel. You got 15 minutes. What do you have to say? I want you to say what I came here to say. I am here to help. Oh, now we're playing as the doctor. Cool. Yes, you said that. More details, please, Gabriel. I'm a doctor. My people have access to technology and methodologies that could help. Technologies and methodologies you would share. We have ads coming up in just a second, chat. We'll just, pause the game like we do. Some of us, yes. Technologies like... We'll get to that. So you trigger a global catastrophe, then land with magic cure in exchange for what? Subjugation? Lisa, it's not a complex, brooding sci-fi novel. Maybe his motives are simply humanitarian. We have a different word for it. If you're here to save us, why the stealthy approach? Why not land at the broadcast tower or on top of the Eiffel Tower? Why didn't you go to world leaders? Why only you? Yeah, why only you? A small crew made sense. No need to create panic over a worldwide invasion force. Not that it stopped me from inventing theories. It does not matter. We are here now. We have a problem to solve. And we locked you up. You did. I'm sorry. Thank you. If you're a doctor, then forgive me. Who sent you? What is your hierarchy? My species is part of a vast empire, the Order, the diverse population of hundreds of worlds brought together. They explore the universe, colonize worlds, a mission of peace and scientific discovery. Incredible. It certainly is, or terrifying. I would probably say terrifying. Terrifying how? The Order has complete control. Hundreds of thousands of starships, complete legal authority. They're the arbiters of justice of what is right and wrong. They're evil? Worse, they are idealistic. The Order has strict rules when it comes to interaction with primitive species. Charming. They refuse to interact with any species that not achieve several criteria of advanced technology, philosophy, and governance. And by committing a principal sin, I am committing a principal sin by being here and speaking to you. Alright. We're going to pause right there, chat. That is our cue. Let's turn on some music. This one sounds good. And we'll be back in just a second, chat. See you shortly. Alright, I'm back. Let's get back to the game. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. Alright, what is the punishment for such a crime? Lifetime imprisonment if they catch me. I am a member of a separatist group, the Interventionalists. And you believe? We believe that intelligent life has value wherever it is found, must be protected, even from itself. Interesting. This philosophy is at odds with that of the Order, which is a reason for the digression of my arrival. I am here because the world is under quarantine, but I want to help. You are facing an extinction event. I think we should learn more. I'm sure you have questions, so please ask. I think the best approach is a skeptical one. Lisa, can you help me talk to Gabriel? I'll give you privacy. Gabriel, go easy on them. All right? Ask a question, Lisa. Where are you from, Gabriel? What planet? I was not born on a planet. I was born on a space station many light years away from here. My people are engineers, mechanics. That was the life I was born into. Ask a question, Lisa. Are you on some kind of mission? That's right. The mission. Is it our survival? Yes. What did we do to earn your help? You exist. That's enough. The interventionists are the good guys. That seems like a very pertinent question to ask. It's less about good and bad, more about conflicting ideologies. We certainly believe our perspective to be more enlightened. Will you believe that it is the height of hubris to assume our species below you, not offer them help? What if they don't want your help? The offer is the part that matters. We don't force our help on anyone. The Order wants to let us die? It is more complicated. They do not wish to interfere in your development of any culture. If they help you, they are consciously deciding to prevent the potential evolution of a species that replaces you. That sounds presumptuous. Massively. But it is not an intent fueled by evil. They are certain that their philosophy is sound. You said we're under quarantine? Yes, for as long as the Order have known of your existence, you are protected from any alien invasion. What about all those UFO encounters? Many are symptomatic of mental health issues. The rest can be blamed on alcohol and charlatanism. Oh, that's funny. I'm done. You got this. How big a station? About the size of a planet. Hollow. So a planet, then. Technically, no. Technically, yes. A planet-sized planet. Sure. Okay. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm out of buttons to push. I don't believe what Gabriel is saying. It's too convenient. Nothing about the situation strikes me as particularly convenient. You're the expert, Professor. Can Gabriel help us? Yes, I think he can. Good enough for me. In which case, let's try. My time is limited. The Order will no doubt have seen my vessel entering the Earth quarantine. Came a long way from your space station. Yes, although the distance means far less to us than your people. What do you have? A warp drive? I beg your pardon? Wormholes? I love how he says, I beg your pardon. With the utmost respect, the technology used by my people is beyond the understanding of your science for now. It will only take until tomorrow morning for the Order to get here. That's pretty fast. You can take us back with you. The place of my birth is inhabited with millions like me. We occupy low gravity without the needs of these clumsy suits. We dance through the air. You would feel out of place. I've got a level 6 award for Jazz Modern. Is that good? I have no idea. Gabriel, myself and my team need to discuss what you told us. It's a lot to process. You say we have more need to take to help you're offering? Yes. Allah. Allah, talk to Gabriel, find out the specifics of the situation. Report back to me in an hour. I'll be waiting for your advice. Gabriel, we'll see. Yes, Admiral. Good. You're with me, Lisa. But, come on. You can teach me astrobiology. We have an hour. Professor Zima, if you allow me, I would like to work this through with you. Are you comfortable? I am, thank you. But we must talk about my treatment. I suspect you're the only person here who can really understand how it might work. Professor Zima, how familiar are you with bacteriophages? Viruses that attack bacteria. Correct. They nestle in, take over cell production, devour it. They won't work for us. The bacteria reproduces too quickly. It'll evolve resistance fast, just like with antibiotics. True enough. My solution resolves that challenge. Even if it worked, we couldn't distribute it safely and quickly. It wouldn't move through the population fast enough. Spilo! I'm sorry, Spilo. I'll give you a secret for the next secret stream. It's probably not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. Also, I'll just message you from now on. I will catch you up on the story real quick here. We started off playing as an engineer, setting up a translation machine for Gabriel, an unknown entity visiting Earth during a massive worldwide pandemic that's killing millions. After Gabriel set up translation, he also unhooked a restraint around Gabriel's neck that the security team who captured Gabriel had placed there to keep Gabriel locked inside the helipad circle, basically. It's shock collar. Then we switched to playing, then we played the mechanic again, Mark Perez, and talked with a student microbiologist and the head of security, who was a total dick, and tried to convince them that Gabriel was nice, and learn a little bit more about what was going on. Then we switched to playing Gabriel, who was talking to the admiral of the combined Earth antivirus team. This lady, who we're playing now, who's an epidemiologist, and the student. And we had to convince two of them to basically talk with us. And we convinced the admiral and the epidemiologist. And the student remained distrustful, because she thinks that we caused the plague. The student does. And now we're playing the epidemiologist, and we're asking questions about Gabriel, who is apparently here on a mission of mercy to help us with the virus against the wishes of his government, who believe in non-interventionalism. What's it called in Star Trek? It's not the Picard Doctrine. It's the it's got a name in Star Trek. So he's here rogue against the wishes of his government, representing a splinter faction inside his government who want to help us not become extinct from this virus. Or this bacteria. Clumsy fix. We're better off developing a vaccine. Vaccinating a population takes time. I would have to finish inventing the vaccine, which I assume you are doing, but it is a slow process. Then you would have to get it tested for side effects, which I'm guessing your infrastructure is incapable of, and then the small job of worldwide manufacture, distribution, convincing enough people to take it. There we go. People distrusting vaccines. Man-made viruses are potentially more dangerous than the bacteria they fight. Like introducing a predator into an ecosystem to wipe out a pest. Potentially disastrous. Yes, but I'm not proposing a man makes them. I'm proposing I make them. Okay, how do we use the phages? We create one that attacks the bacteria causing the plague. We distribute it worldwide. We sneak away in the plague like a word unknown in a word unknown. Word unknown? You're going to need to use words I understand. Sorry. There's a creature back home who stores its young in pouches until menstruation. Like a kangaroo! I suppose so, like a kangaroo. There's a children's game. You would call it kangaroo words. You have to think of a word that is hidden in another word and means the same thing. The letters must be sequential. I suppose so, like a kangaroo. There's a children's game you would call kangaroo words. You have to think of a word that is hidden in another word and means the same thing. The letters must be sequential. I don't see how there are any words hidden in love or heart. There's the word self hidden in myself. I guess that sort of works. Sorry, chat, give me just a second here. Alright, I'm back. I'm not back. I'm a liar. Two more seconds. Sorry, my desk is just really dusty and it's driving me crazy. So I'm dusting my desk real quick. A little midstream dusting, chat. I'm not wearing a maid's outfit, but then again, I'm not wearing much of anything, so, you know, there's that. Okay. Looking a bit better, perhaps. I'm going to try myself. How so? Self. Technically right, but cheating as the letters appear in the word directly, and the epidemiology is the same, I think. You can do better. As in heart. Heart. Here, heartbeats are the first sounds we hear. I don't like this game. Poetic, but not a kangaroo. Is in love? I don't even know what could possibly be in love. V is the 5 in Roman numerals. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. That's a terrible one. Yes, I'm sorry. Does that have some sort of meaning I'm aware of? Me is in me. Oh, I see. Okay, so it doesn't have to be in order. It doesn't have to be S-E-L-F. The letters just have to... You have to find a second word inside the first word composed of the letters of the first word, and the first letter has to be the first letter in the word, but they don't have to be sequential. So, like, M and E are both in the word myself. They are both the same as myself. When you put them together, they make me, which is the same as myself, and M comes before E in the word myself and in the word me. Yes, that's it exactly. I know we have to work to do, but I want to hear more about human kangaroo words. Something more complex. Alright, so let's see. Municipality, I don't think we're going to find anything in municipality. Oh no, city, yeah. Municipality has city. City, I think that means the same thing. That definitely means the same thing. Yes, clever, very clever. I went off course. Let us return to the matter at hand. I can create a phage that will hide inside a plague bacterium just like a kangaroo and eat it from within. We call them Taylor phages. They will adapt to any defense a cell has. Nothing infected will reach reproductive age, so no resistance will evolve. They will also not exceed their bounds. They present no threat to any biology except the plague. How will we monitor the phage? I don't give two shits about the order. I can leave the technology with you. You would have to hide it, but this is a big ocean. I began maturation of the phage back in Dobrik. My onboard computers have been calculating a recipe ever since. The suit I am wearing fabricates biological material to support my survival on this planet. It can create this phage and infect the bacteria, which are no doubt clinging, hopefully, to my alien skin. At this point, I imagine I will go back to the city, shake some hands, it will be done. If your friends could just stop zapping me to... It resets my computer. Why wait? It is not instantaneous. It will take a few hours. Wait with me, talk with me. Why not? I would love to learn more. I would love to learn more about your cool alien society. What happens tomorrow morning? Whatever happens tomorrow morning, I'm glad we met. This world, your people, there is hope. How rare is life up there? Less than you would think. Life is not a rare gem. It is an inevitable outcome of the galaxy. Carbon water, a temperature that keeps the water mostly in liquid form, this is not rare. Feels like the pursuit of science consistently makes humans less special. I suppose there are even more species out there when one thinks beyond carbon-based life. Actually, carbon is pretty central in most life known in the universe. Its complex and strong bonding is central to the development of life. Our nearest neighbor, silicon, is brittle and weak. The humans I have met are obsessed with the rareness of life in the universe, the great distance involved. But do you know what the greatest gulf that separates us is? Time. Life takes billions of years to develop into sentient beings. Those sentient beings only tend to last 100,000 years or so. Time has trapped us. We are present in this life, in this moment. Life is everywhere, in every corner of this galaxy, but flourishing cultures, here and gone in a heartbeat. I'm sorry, overly poetic. That's why you try to stop extinction events. Absolutely. I like this alien. If we can get you past these terrible deaths, there's a chance you will join us in the stars. Humanity deserves the chance. But enough of politics. There was something else I want to talk to you about. What's wrong? You have come to treat me well, Professor Zima. I want to thank you. We can fix all this together, and I'm grateful for you for trusting me to solve this. You're not the first time to show me trust, but I appreciate it all the same. I'm pleased you found some humanity among humans, Gabriel. I have. It is encouraging. It implies that my work here is not in vain, that I am helping a people worthy of help. It matters. Are we friends? Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Good. I like that very much. I want to be friends with the cool alien, chat. I do still have questions about politics. Of course, please. Does the Order... Do they know about extinction events? Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yes, of course. They consider it to be an evolutionary milestone, a test of whether a species is worthy of knowledge and power. I'm interested in how the interventionists first formed against the Order. We only get to ask so many questions. Interesting. We are an opposing force. Every perspective in the universe, every being, even gravitational pull, has always developed in opposition. I think of us as an outcome of their hubris, their certainty about their place in the universe. I want to know if extinction events have occurred in the worlds of the Order. Absolutely. The defining quality of all worlds in the Order is that they have successfully, independently survived every extinction event. Survivor's bias informs their belief that this is the only path to a successful, productive species. I'm not out of questions, though, but that's fine. Alright, thank you for asking them. It's comforting that you have such a strong interest in my work. Are you familiar with rhyming? I think you'll like it. It's similar to kangaroo words. Chat, my nose is all stuffy, runny. I just got over a small cold. Am I getting another small cold? I have not encountered it. How does it work? I say a sentence and you say another that ends the same. Take the end of my sentence and make sure it matches. So rather than kangaroo, the last word detaches. You like this game. Rather than kangaroo, the last word detaches. Matches, detaches. You like this game? Am I doing it right? Yes, that's the one. This will pass the night. Now try something longer, like hippopotamus. In 20s vernacular, that's pretty tight. Now tell me, do you like my wordplay approach? You certainly are. This talent you have will take us quite far. You certainly are. It's not doing this right. Yes, that's the one. This will pass the night. Now try something longer, like hippopotamuses. No, it's in 20s vernacular. That's pretty tight. Now tell me, do you like my wordplay approach? I could have asked for a more. I could not have asked for a more talented coach. I think I like this. I believe I'm having fun. I like this. I'm having pizza. No, that's not. Well, good news, Gabriel. We've only begun. Internal rhymes are tricky. They take time to master. You can rhyme many words, you only rhyme... I can rhyme many words, you only rhyme one. Prove me wrong, nest some words. No, that's terrible. This one. Maybe if you're picky, but I can rhyme faster. Ah, so we went tricky and master, picky and faster. I can rhyme from the left, I can rhyme from the right. Your rhymes are so deft, we'll be here all night. That was fun. What was that called? A rap battle of sorts? I don't know, but it was nerdy. It was nerdy. We are both scientists. That was the natural outcome of this encounter, I imagine. I enjoyed myself, thank you. Amazing. Amazing. She's using my name, Progress. Give me a second, chat. Oh, no. This is inappropriate, Tang. Sorry, there's a beeping in the background. Just a second. What is the meaning of this? There's no time for questions. Step back, I'm taking over. Security override 54B. It's time for someone capable of taking control of this little chat. What are you? Stop, Gabriel? I don't want to stop, Gabriel. I'm here to help. Forgive me if I am unconvinced. I'm still here, and I would ask you to de-escalate the situation. I'd like to work with you, Professor, but I need your help. I need to talk to this alien about his objectives. I fully explained myself. He's explained his position so well that we are currently working with him. We're running out of time, Tang. Back off. What do you want, murderer? Murderer? An exaggeration, really? I believe I am utterly correct in my language. Maybe the translator is broken. Murder means to kill, correct? Officer, what do you want? I came here to do two things. The first is a conversation. What is the second? What do you want to know? No, I'm not going anywhere until Gabriel has finished developing the phage treatment. How far off are we, Gabriel? Quite far. Hours. And I'm not going anywhere, officer. I don't want to help Tang. Tang is a jerk. I need to contain the creature. You need to contain yourself. The Admiral ordered you to leave. We're working. Be silent while I address Gabriel, then. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? No, we're gonna leave Professor Z able to speak. You came back, why? Have you not done enough? I've done nothing to you. Nothing? Why did you even come here? I covered that ground right after the Admiral dismissed you. Short version, I am from space and I'm here to save your world. Stop this. I'm inclined to agree with my colleague. Why are you here, Lee? What could you possibly achieve? I'm here to anesthetize you, Gabriel. What? What? You need time? The Admiral gave you an order. Your solution to every problem cannot possibly be to hit it over the head. I remember what you did, even if you forgot. What are you talking about? This machine we are talking through, it doesn't understand names. A human needs to manually input a name for it to be usable. Perez Mark Perez told me that. I love Perez Mark Perez. Katarn, hello. I liked him. He was better to me than he had to be, and I am grateful. I wish those I met later had half his character. Because of that failure of your technology, I am called Gabriel, and my friend, my co-pilot, has no name. Co-pilot you took from me yesterday, the one you killed in cold blood. Oh. Killed his co-pilot. Liar. The only move he made was falling to the ground in a hail of your bullets. I should do the same to you, tear you apart. Calm down before I calm you down. You think you are safe. I've not been safe in decades, Gabriel. You're just a new threat. A more immediate one, though, perhaps. How could you do this, Lee? Because we are not human. It's easy to kill something you do not understand. Maybe the Order has your people right. You're just primitives, dangerous animals that should not be allowed to join us. You both have to calm down now. Stop it. Step back, Gabriel. It's too late for that. Step back. Well, that didn't work out super well. I've read up on the procedure. I know in situations like this, the crew should nominate you an assistant. I'd like to volunteer. They're waiting outside, Admiral. How's everyone doing? Poorly. Everyone's confused, scared. They're professionals. They are, but the events tonight's are pretty far out of the professional experience. None of us were trained to negotiate with aliens, but we want to help you do so. You just have to ask. Professor Zima has been sat with Tang since the attack. Tang's lucky she was on board a medical vessel. And Gabriel? He went silent after attack, voluntarily returned to Circle, and deactivated his translator. I can bring in anyone you want. But if I may, I don't think you can make a decision on how to proceed alone. At least according to paragraph 36. Page 36, paragraph 3. There's too much in the balance. Hope you're doing well, Katarn. We're doing a little short-form narrative game. It's been real fun so far. Alien visits Earth in the middle of a massive global pandemic that's killing everyone. He says he's come to help. I, personally, Dragon Die, believes him. Some of the characters in the game believe him, some of them don't. We've been in control of a lot of people, which is very interesting. I kind of want to bring back in Mark, because I liked Mark. But Alna has been the closest working with him. Yeah, we're going to bring in... We'll bring Alna in. Has anyone spoken to Gabriel? This can't be easy for him. Oh shit, yeah. No, we definitely bring in Mark too. Mark Perez. Thank you for seeing me, Admiral. I'll help however I can. There's enough people in this room. You sure? Yes. There's no one else I can invite. Okay, good. Take it away, boss. I'm here if you need me. I've also uploaded everyone's note history to your HUD. Notes. Alright, let's take a look at notes. An odd report received from Durbrick, a large creature of unknown origin. Maybe a new mutation of the plague, maybe something altogether stranger. There were some sightings of airborne lights reported in the area a couple days ago. I usually wouldn't pay attention to such things, but it's a noteworthy correlation. Boarding a transport to Dobrink? Sarah told me not to. Too risky. The plague is like a wildfire across Eastern Europe. But I need to meet this Gabriel for myself. I'm meeting Professor Zima there. We've been in conversation over the net for some time. It'll be good to finally work together in person. Having arrived at the IHS Eldritch, just off the coast of Spit, a helicopter was ready to go, but apparently the Fleming security officer had decided to lock down Gabriel on the ship's helipad. We've instead approached on a smaller craft. My private code to visit is blank, ETA. On board, met Zima and proceeding to the main deck, assigned the professor a private code, blank theta blank blank blank. Gabriel's apparently an alien, so on top of the risk of the current situation here, this is a historic event. I've dismissed Tang. She appears to have serious issues with Gabriel and has already heightened the situation. This is the last thing we need. From this point on, the discussion will be a little more professional. Gabriel has asked to speak privately with Zima. A fair request. Maybe Alana can get to the bottom of this. Allah. As I say to the crew, 2 against 1, we'll hear what Gabriel has to say. I know Gabriel wants to help. I'm intrigued to see what form that help takes. Allah has asked for the students' help interrogating Gabriel. It makes sense, given her expertise in the field. I stepped aside. Gabriel's story makes sense. We must work together. I've taken Lisa off deck and ordered Allah to work with Gabriel on the solution. I hope they can find one. On my way to the main deck, apparently Gabriel attacked Tang or Zima. I need to get there and find out the details. I need the advice of the crew. If I'm to gather opinions, get to the bottom of what happened here. Mark. Perez Mark. I didn't tell her about the lock. Gabriel deserves to stay free, a fighting chance. I'm either a hero or a massive fool that's going to get us all killed. I guess if we're killed, at least I don't get in trouble. I'm really done now, I suppose. That was fun. Gabriel grew on me. Done for the night, unless the Admiral calls me back for reason. Wish I had at the rack to stick around a little longer. This is Blink Blink Alpha Blink Blink logging off. The Admiral's asked me to join for emergency meeting. I heard the scuffle outside, but yeah, this will have consequences. I totally forgot about this. Zima. I don't really like Zima. I've tried it before. It's okay, I guess. Tang captured something. For now, all crew has been commanded to leave the main deck. I won't be able to get out there until the Admiral arrives. He's taking hours, though. Tang just came to lab and ordered Lisa to go with her. An overstep, but a forgivable one. I don't have time to tell Lisa her assigned private code before he left. Blank, 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 Zeta blank. I suspect Tang asked Lisa instead of me because of her extraterrestrial hypothesis. It always seems far-fetched to me. This Gabriel they're talking about, if it's an alien, well, an interesting situation either way. I look forward to learning more once the Admiral arrives. The Admiral arrived, picked me up on his way to the deck. We've known each other for years. Good to meet in person. Gabriel seems flustered, but mature in terms of responses. It seems we're dealing with an emotionally intelligent being here, a being of alien origin, an impossible situation. But it's my job to stay calm. I've been dealing with impossible situations since being assigned here. This is no different. We'll explain our tasks here to Gabriel, see whether our plans are compatible. Gabriel has convinced me. Occam's razor. I have to believe we're looking for an opportunity here. I had an opportunity here. I'm fascinated to learn more. Gabriel is here to help. That much is clear. I hope Lisa and Khan can see that too. Lisa and I seem to be connecting with Gabriel. It's an outlandish story, but one that makes sense. Why shouldn't aliens suffer the same character flaws we do, the same challenges? Gabriel makes a strong case. I've been left alone with Gabriel. We'll get to the bottom of the solution. Word games. Gabriel is surprisingly into word games. I'm going to wait to keep Gabriel company, pass the time while the Taylor phage develops. Which reminds me, I secured the phage to ensure it can't be released before Khan authorizes it. In case anything happens, here's a puzzle for the keyword, if you're reading this. My first is a cake, but not a casserole. My second, third, and fourth are human, but forgiveness is divine. My last is a question. Interesting. Okay. So, there's a puzzle here in the dialogue. My first is a cake, but not a casserole. So, like, sweet thing? My second, third, or fourth are error, but forgiveness is divine. And my last is a question. Gabriel's making a real effort to connect with me. We're getting on well. The phage process is automated at this point, so it's good to make time for conversation. It's the first time tonight has felt like first contact, like an opportunity to actually meet another species. Rap battle with an alien. That's new. Tang here. I should report this to Khan. She's not meant to be on the main deck. Nobody is. Tang's here. I should report this to Khan. Gabriel's clearly uncomfortable. I'm concerned Tang appears to be making it worse. The Admiral's not seen my message. Oh my God. I've been asking the Admiral to come in and give my perspective on Gabriel in the situation. Everything has been heightened what happened an hour ago. I'm not sure what to say. So a strange thing, working in the lab when Officer Tang rolls in and orders me to accompany her to the main deck, which is weird for two reasons. First, Tang has absolutely no authority to order me anywhere. I'm a civilian. She is, however, terrifying and not a person I particularly want to disagree with. Reason 2, the main deck is currently in lockdown. No authorized crew up there. Rumor is Tang captured something in Dovrik. No idea what she wants me there. I guess I'll find out. An alien. I'm certain of it. Tang keeps referring to Gabriel as an unknown combatant. But it's a damn alien. This might be a confirmation I've been looking for, maybe. If nothing else, then hey, I got to meet an alien for a few minutes. Tang says Mark Perez is setting up the translation. Mark is cute, but kind of an idiot. Yep, still an idiot. I've blocked Gabriel to collect my thoughts. I'm not angry. I just need to plan what to do next. I can't help feeling I'm going to need my wits about me for what comes next. I think I'm right about what it is. I'm worried I'd believe it's lies. I'd fall for smart words and please my conscience. I can't let that happen. Mark has made a good point. The antibacterial quality of the plague are too specific. If it was truly alien, it would never have encountered our treatments before. Massive flaw in my hypothesis. Not as much of an idiot as I thought, are you, Mark? I haven't blocked Gabriel. I'm not certain of what its purpose here is yet, but I'm doubting myself enough to give it a fair hearing. The Admiral's here. I've been watching his broadcast for years, but he's a different person, less scripted. It's like hearing Churchill arrange a meeting. Not bad necessarily, just different. Wow, Tang's gone. I guess the Khan isn't meeting. I guess the con isn't messing around. The officer doesn't seem too happy about that. Gabriel's talking to Professor Zima. I hope she maintains her usual skeptical approach. Like Khan said, 2 against 1. Let's hear what Gabriel has to say. Can't shake my doubts about Gabriel. This is all too convenient. There has to be an ulterior motive, a reason behind the plague. It can't just be down to us. The professor has requested my help asking Gabriel questions. If nothing else, her respect for me seems to have grown throughout this process. I feel important. I can't get behind this. Gabriel seems untrustworthy to me. The Admiral has told me to leave the deck with him. Gabriel and the Professor will stay and work this out. The Admiral needs my help. I'll play support, assist him as he works through the problem, the rest of the crew. Tang. Officer Tang, private code Kappa blank blank blank. On routine security detail in Old Town, squads and I encountered 2 combatants of unknown origin engaged in looting. After repeated warnings in 10 languages, including EFIGS and Croatian, the squads attempted capture. Ensign Nuagari was assaulted by one of the combatants, and we opened fire. Attacker was eliminated swiftly. Remaining combatant surrendered and was taken back to IHS Fleming for interrogation. Combatant is roughly 10 feet tall and not human. So just immediate and urgent communicate with Admiral Khan. My squad is currently interrogating prisoner. They have had little success, and I'll try to request for translation support. I've assigned prisoner the name Gabriel, as one of my colleagues remarked that it came down from the sky. Poetic, but the squad likes it. We have also hacked together a restraint from a defibrillator parts. GPS hooked it up so that if the creature leaves the helipad circle markings, it will get a sharp shock. Gabriel has made an attempt at escape. Restraint worked, but did not knock out subject. Upping charge. Power level on restated to the job. Gabriel knocked out. Expect consciousness within an hour or 2. Translator hasn't arrived. I don't like that Gabriel keeps trying to escape. So we've set an auto shock routine that will kick in if I am absent for more than 4 hours. This engagement requires a code word, which can be descripted by rotating characters by the last digit of the minute of the note the code word is in. This engagement requires a code word, which can be decrypted by rotating characters by the last digit of the minute of the note the code word is in. Huh. Still no sign of the translator, and Gabriel's conscious, sending a suggestion to supervisors that they should get on top of this. Reminder to file an official report of Mark Prez's stringent time wasting. He has unfortunately behaved resoundingly and professionally, failing in the simplest procedure. Prez seems to be consciously attempting to delay our process and is altogether too engaged with the alien. I am enormously concerned by the lack of professionalism exhibited, and I am dismissing him immediately. I have dismissed Prez, who is altogether too friendly with the alien. The Admiral has arrived. He'll get to the bottom of what Gabriel's planning. If he can't, then we'll get another chance at the Egypt facility. Madness, utter madness. Gabriel is dangerous. Without me, the entire mission is jeopardized. Establishing auto-stun. Code word is this. Okay, so... yeah, so we need to change this by rotating characters by the last digit of the minute in the note the code word is in. So the code word is in this. The last digit is 4, so we rotate by 4. I need to write this down. Let me get my... it's just too big otherwise. And we'll probably need to go both ways, because it didn't say which way to rotate. Let's just, so... X, Y, Z, A, B. L, M, N... X, Y, Z, A, B, yeah. M, N, O, P. Okay, that doesn't work so well. What about going the other way? I don't know the alphabet backwards, chat. Who knows the alphabet backwards? T-U-V-W. So W-U-V-U-T. So T... L is K-J-I-H. I is H-G-F-E, so the. That makes sense. So it's definitely going backwards. H-G-F. That's got to be a D. Oh, no, E first. E-D. D-B. D-C-B-A. No. Phone. Why is my phone like this? Boy, that's a lot of letters. I'm sure there's some little tool online I could use, but... Alright, I have the letters written down now. Alright, so H, this should go a little faster. H, back 4 is E. A-E? Oh, no, that's only back 3. A-D. Alright, yeah. E back 4 is A. Q is M. V. Oh, I missed the M. M back 4 is, this is Admiral. I'm guessing. Yeah, that's definitely Admiral. The Admiral is... The Admiral is... F... SS. We already had S, didn't we? No, we didn't have S. Foolish. I bet you it's the Admiral is foolish. Yeah, that's definitely the Admiral is foolish. So the code word is the Admiral is foolish. I have to get back out there. Alright, so we got that done. The Admiral is foolish. I have to get back out there. Gabriel will have filled their heads with nonsense by now. The only option is containment. We must take back control of the situation, lock Gabriel down, limit movement. Proper interrogation team will clear this up. I just need to neutralize the threat Gabriel. I'm going out there. It's just Zima and Gabriel. They're just talking. They look friendly. The crew has lost its minds. Zima thinks they're friends. That Gabriel can even see us as peers. Gabriel seems confident. It's like there's no restraint. Such hubris, such malice. I need to secure the package. Damn. Yeah, that's what you get for being a jerk. Alright. I know we're from different nations, different disciplines. We've gathered here from all corners of the world to do a job to make a difference. A potential ally falls from the stars and tells us there is hope. Do we trust Gabriel? Are his goals in alignment with ours? Are his interventionists on our side, or merely using us as pawns in their game? I'm done losing. I'm done staring into the void of extinction. I see path to potential win. I see a way out of this hole we're in, but it's possible we can't do this alone. We have a choice to make, and I need all the help I can get making it. I rely on my people, on you, for your counsel. Should we accept Gabriel's help? Mark, we've not spoken since I got here. Tell me what happened between you and Gabriel. I'm so sorry. If I'd known, though, it would happen, that I was risking lives. Bottom line, I was here at the start, but since then I've not really been involved. Your psych record says you're personable, likable, socially capable. Thank you? What I mean is, you understand people. What do you think of Gabriel? Okay, so what you missed is the doctor and the alien were talking. Just about general stuff. And they did like a rhyming game after the kangaroo word game. And then Officer Tang stormed down on deck. Turns out Officer Tang killed his co-pilot. He says in cold blood, she says that the co-pilot attacked them. And then she said that she was gonna basically... I was playing as Tang. And I had a bunch of options to, like, threaten his life, and I tried not to do that, but I did have to threaten to, like, knock him unconscious, and he punched the shit out of me after I was a total dick to him. Tang totally deserved it. So now we're in the aftermath of that, and the Admiral has called basically everyone but Tang, who's recovering, in to talk about the situation. You were rhyming when I left. So right after the rhyming, basically, is when Tang showed up. You missed the game of forcing us to be a dick. You mean other than the usual caveats about the errors that automatic translation introduces? We got on. I think he liked me. Honestly, we didn't talk about much except his immediate situation. If anything, he went a bit cagey despite liking me. If the rumors are true, I'm glad I was kept in the dark. This is all very much above my pay grade. The rumors are true, and I want your opinion. My opinion about whether we should let Gabriel save humanity. I want you to know whether you think we should accept Gabriel's help, and I want to know why. You have to pick the opinion that helps the most people. The option that helps the most people. There are absolutely risks to Gabriel's approach, but we have to try, right? This could save a billion lives. And hey, who knows how much the knowledge of worlds out there will inspire humanity. We may join them sooner than you think. I really do think that the phage approach will work. Thanks for your perspective. Happy to share. Appreciate the chance. You should probably consult someone else, boss. How are you holding up, Anna? I'm alright. A little shaken, but I'll be fine. I'm glad. I rely on your advice. I need it now. I'm pleased to offer it. I know things feel lost right now, but I really do think we can figure this out. Tang stood her ground. If she hadn't, I'd likely be in her place right now. Tang was foolish to create this situation. She was, but have sympathy, she paid for that crime. What she did, however, misguidedly to protect us. If she wakes up, we can ask her for a full account of her reasons. Right now, my concern is keeping the work going to create this phage we were working on. We had become friends. I think I need a moment, Admiral. The Admiral needs your advice, Professor. We've decided what to do next. You're the expert. I'm not necessarily the person the Admiral should ask. I'm a novice compared to our new friend down there. Gabriel is not talking to me. We got ads coming into second chat. Can you really blame him? I'm not saying Gabriel's angelic, hell no. But in this situation, you'd be terrified too. Right now, Gabriel knows we're up here debating what happens next. That the debate includes his fate too. In terms of my advice, I appeal to meritocracy. Let the best person decide. How you define best is a tricky part. I'd say knowledge, expertise. Choose the person most qualified to make the choice and go with their gut. Seriously think Gabriel should make the choice? I didn't say that. And no, of course not. This is a matter for humans to decide. He made a series of choices to ensure we get to make the decision for ourselves. Decision must be made by the most qualified human. What are you going to do, Admiral? We will wait to make that decision until we get back from break, chat. It's starting in about a minute, so we will be right back. See you very shortly. Where we will come back and probably conclude this rapidly. Let's put on a little music while you wait, huh? Enjoy. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Hooray. I mean, 5 seconds. Basically, we're back. Hooray. Alright, we're back. Yeah, I think we have to finish what we started. Cure this. Okay. Take your time, think it over, talk to everyone you can. Remember, let the most qualified person make the right choice. It's the best way to decide something that's important. Lisa, I made my choice. You sure this is a chance to work through this shame? No, you're right. I need more time. Yeah, more time. I would love to click these things down here, but I can't, apparently. So, I made my choice. Yes, I'm down here. It's time to act. We have to serve the greater's good. Pursue the path that protects the lives of most people. Best of us make the decision, the most qualified. The greater good. We have to pursue the greater good. Pursue the path that protects the lives of most people. Your definitive people there, do you mean the most humans? Because there's an argument that the Order is right and that our presence at the interstellar level harms trillions of their members. I can't be held responsible for the fate of the aliens. We must take Gabriel's help to save as many humans as possible. No. I don't agree with the reasoning, but the outcome sounds like a good path. We can fix this. I'm certain we can. Alright, you made your decision. The challenge is Gabriel. Gabriel hasn't spoken to anyone since the incident. We need to reboot his translations. You'll need the activation key. The activation key will have been sent by Perez earlier and should be in his notes. Mark, do you remember the unlock code? It's 123. Yes, second time I've been asked. It's 123. That was easy. The other part is tougher. Tang had a failsafe shock set to go off if she didn't check in every 4 hours to deactivate it. You need to do that remotely to keep Gabriel conscious while you talk. Tang was an intelligent agent before the outbreak. You're likely looking for some kind of cipher. I try her notes. The Admiral is a foolish. Got it. I'm so smart, Chait. We're all set. Everything else you can get from the crew. Are you heading out there to talk to Gabriel? No, it has to be someone Gabriel knows better than me. It's gotta be Perez, Mark Perez. That makes sense. Given everything that's happened, a friendly face is probably the right approach. I should be the one to do this, Admiral. Me and Gabriel work close together. We have a good collaborative relationship. You know how I feel about the right path. You know I want to finish what we started. But you also know my loyalty to you and what I do, what you order me to do. Yeah, that's true. But I want more interactions with Perez, Mark Perez. Thank you, Admiral. I'll try to clean up this mess. Then we're good to go. The Admiral wants to secure Gabriel's help. You made myself clear. I expect my orders to be followed. Good luck. Thank you. We're done. Oh. Do us right. Serve the greater good. We're done here. There's the order. Come to arrest our boy. The Order. That's them, 2 ships. Standard for a planet this size. They will land in the next 10 minutes, perhaps an hour to get here. We're out of time. It's good to see you again, Professor Zima. You scared me. I know. In truth, I scared myself too. I'm appalled with myself by my actions. I worked hard to convince you that I was trustworthy, that I deserved respect. I expect I have exhausted the patience now. No. You have a little more. You're too kind, Professor Zima. I'm unworthy of your kindness, your patience. I hope to earn it again. Tell me, Tang, is she going to live? She's stable. Luckily, she was attacked on a medical vessel. Why would you lie to poor Gabriel about that? That is good. First, do no harm. I do not know if we could have continued our work if she had died. I think it should continue our work. The phage? That's right. Luckily, thanks to my restraint being disabled, I do not get shocked during my outbursts, meaning the maturation of the Taylor phage happened uninterrupted. If Mark Perez hadn't unlocked it, I doubt I would have a cure right now. A silver lining. A human colloquialism? What is the root? As in clouds, every dark cloud gives way to sun. As in dresses, even ugly dresses can have beauty in their lining. No. Ah, I see. The order will be here soon. Time is limited for us, Professor Zima. You scared, Gabriel? Profoundly. I've heard stories of the Order's prisons. I do not wish to be caught. What did your Admiral want done here? What were his orders? He wanted to accept your help. That is good. Your species has such potential. I'm glad we agree. So you'll work with us? Yes. Be normal and pathetic, murder babies, yeah. There's an argument that the interventionist approach is just as arrogant as the Order's quarantine. I assume we can save worlds. I'm young among my people, headstrong. I know this, I'm told this often. I was accused of save at the end of age. I can see it. The light still flickers, though. I can see it through your helmet. I told myself I know every angle, every outcome we would encounter on your planet. From the moment we landed, I've been wrong. Now my friend is dead, and I have struck human in anger. There were a lot of variables in play. Yes, but I thought I could hold them all in my mind. I've learned a great deal in the last few hours, and my respect for your people has grown considerably. I will help, but is now less an act of sanctimonious charity than a choice led by self-interest. The universe is better with every single species in it. I'm starting to believe this position I have long espoused. I'm glad your opinion on humanity is so high. As a whole, you have shown understanding beyond my expectation. Even Tang, in her way, acted out of good intention. She did not deserve her fate. Your Admiral is wise. I remember earlier tonight he said something that had stayed with me. He said that it was impossible to make a decision about the fate of those in quarantine without knowing the outcome. I initially thought it was aligning with the Order, but now I see that in fact their ideology functions on ignorance. I had to come to Earth to know how to help it. They never extend the courtesy. How are you feeling, Professor Zima? I'm good. I want to solve this. As do I. It is time to bring it all to an end. It is time to make your decision. I cannot make it for you. I do feel like this game has less of a morally gray choice. Like, there definitely is one, but it's less gray than the previous game. You said we were friends. As your friend, I beg you to accept my help. Allow me to tell you what it would be done. Allow me to tell you how it would be done. Let me make an informed choice. Okay. The problem, as it always is time. Given the Order's approach, we need to be fast. There are two options. First, we could infect you with the phage, and I spend the time I have left running tests to ensure it is viable and safe. Or, you free me. I walk into the city and try to shake the hands of as many as possible before the Order lands. Neither of these sound like sure bets. No, if I had more time, no distractions, maybe we could have upped the odds. Neither option is perfect. There is a better chance if we concentrate an hour's work into testing you, but of course, if I have miscalculated, the risk to you personally is higher. It could cause severe complications. And the other thing, you affecting the city at large? Risk, but distributed. Me distributing through the city has a lower chance of working, but you remain safe. One could argue that meritocratically, you're profoundly important to the case that in the case that my fate fails. You're saying my life's more important than those in the city. You're giving me a choice that you won't extend to those in the city if you do it that way. Or I decline your help. You go. We make do. You give me a choice that you won't extend to those in the city if you do it that way. There will not be time. I will not be able to ask permission. It is your decision to make, just us. No mission, no orders. Make the choice you think is best. Surge people, I want you to cure us, for sure. Phage for Allah received, backing up now. I uploaded you to scratch your servers now. There. That is everything you need once I'm gone to continue in my absence. Now, how? Do you want me to infect you or the city population? Infect me. It is worth the risk. Your time is better spent here doing tests. Absolutely. We're going to fix this together. It's been a lot of fun. Nobody's more surprised that it worked than me. I was patient zero, and even after an hour of tests, it was clear that the Taylor phage was safe. Gabriel had to leave, but not before explaining interventionist technology to the crew, which formed the basis of our solution. Once my team were satisfied with production and the order had moved on from their inspection of the planet, we spread Taylor phage across the city, Old City, and from there, the world. Godspeed, Gabriel. You saved us. For Carrie. We did it, chat. We saved the day. Hooray. Well, that was a fun game. We have one more of these games from Bithell to play. We won't be doing a game next week. Next week is a different game that I did not sign up to do. Was not super interesting to me. But the week after that, we will be playing... let's see, what's it called? We will be playing The Banished Vault. It is also a visual novel of sorts, but it has a lot more gameplay elements, dice rolling and stuff like that involved. So it'll probably take a little bit longer. It may be more than one stream. We will see. It's definitely not a Bithell short like this one is. It is a much more full game. So we will be doing that. Not this week, but the week after, probably again on Saturday. So not next Saturday, but probably the Saturday after. Yeah, I might do it before then. I don't know. We'll see. As for the rest of the stream, I'm just waiting on trying to figure out a way to get a controller that doesn't cost us, 110% of MSRP. And when that happens, we will get back to it. Octopath Traveler is being removed from Game Pass, but I have acquired a totally legit copy for us to finish that with. And obviously, the Star Wars game isn't going anywhere. So we will have that no matter what. And we will get back to them eventually, I promise. It just might take a while. So we'll figure it out. In the meantime, week from today, next week, probably no stream. But 2 weeks from today, probably a stream again. Not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. Maybe sooner, maybe not. We'll see. It'll be The Banished Cell, which is another Bithell game to celebrate their Legacy Games collection. And then after that, I think on the 12th, the new league for Path of Exile starts, and I'll probably stream that occasionally on and off. Right at the beginning, they're doing a free weekend, and Carol's going to download it, so maybe we'll do some streams together, set up the big boom mic, and you can chat with us both while we play a little PoE together. So, yeah, we'll see about that, and, yeah. That is going to do it. Yeah. So we will see you then. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great rest of your day. Adios.